Oh. I stop short. He's already got his headphones on, serious matte black Beats ones. What was that? He lifts one ear can. From your accent, I was just wondering if you're heading home or just visiting San Diego. There's a fraction of a pause before he replies, but it's enough time for me to see his thought flit across his eyes. Oh God, she thinks she's in with a chance. Suddenly I feel like I've sidled up to a guy in a bar, offered to buy him a drink and been turned down flat, only to find I'm stuck on the adjacent bar stool for the next 11 hours. I feel my face flush and a rushing in my ears as he makes his monotone reply, something about how he'd just been in London for work. It's my first time going to California. Can't wait, I say, and then turn briskly away and give every ounce of my attention to the movie options, preferably ones devoid of love scenes. They really should have little blinkers on the screens so not everyone can see what you're watching. I had such a near miss with The Shape of Water on my last flight. Perhaps I'm better off choosing from the classics, ones I've already seen. I'm so tense and self-conscious now. I want to tell him, if no one takes the aisle seat, I'll move along, give us a bit of space. But I feel like he'd file a restraining order if I so much as touched his arm. This is why we should be pre-sorted before the plane. I'm not in the same league, so I shouldn't be in the same row. I make a show of looking out towards the rest of the plane and catch the eye of the flight attendant assisting an elderly woman. He gives me a little lucky you wink, but I want to hiss, "It's not what you think, Isaac. If there's an empty seat next to a giant, crying, frothing baby, I'll take it." Still, it is looking like I should be able to move along. We're getting close to takeoff and no one has claimed seat 38C. I gently unclick my seatbelt and start levitating in that direction when a flurry of last-minute, ran-all-the-way heat and blush pink sportswear arrives. Oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to make it. She swishes her waist-length silky blonde hair as she settles into place. Well, you can relax now. I smile reassuringly as I inhale her candy floss scent. I've been in her shoes too many times. Well, not literally. I would never wear peep-toe, dagger-heel ankle boots to fly in, but I know how awful it is to be rushed and panicked. I watch as she glugs at her silver water bottle and then catches sight of my neighbour. In turn, I sense his whole demeanour change. Before, he was pressed so close to the window I thought he was considering wing-walking. Now he's fully in the huddle. "Hey!" He gives one of those cool guy head jerks. "Hi," she says coyly, before her mega-lashed eyes widen. "Aren't you with Sunset Models?" "Yeah," he cheers. "I thought I recognized you." "Summer." She offers a bangled hand. "Kai." He reaches across me. Could this get any worse? Before they start discussing their best angles and the burden of being physically blessed, I offer to swap seats. "So you guys can chat?" "Sure," Summer enthuses. We're just unbuckling when the engines rev and a female attendant tells us, quite firmly, that we'll have to wait until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign before we can switch. "No worries," Summer chirps. "We can wait." Can we? If I had a cloak of invisibility, I'd drape it over the pair of them so I didn't have to witness the illuminated, engaged expressions on their faces. Even looking at the seatback screen feels like I'm interfering with their eye contact, so I take out the airline magazine and keep my head down, pretending to read an article on hot air ballooning. I wish James were here. He'd just roll his eyes at them and make everything better. I listen to them talking about how they got signed, their least favourite booker and best soul cycle instructor. Then, ding! I'm out of my seat quicker than if it had been an ejector button. "Do you need your bag?" Summer goes to reach under the seat. "Oh my God, James!" I bash her leg in my eagerness to grab it and grasp it to my chest. The pair of them eye me suspiciously.